Ooh, it's dark in here. Dark. Dark, 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 dark. Dark Vader. What do we do? How do I get light in here? Is it lighter? Not for you, right? I don't know. What about here? There you go. A little light. Little light. Okay. Whoop. There's no light for me, but I look a little shady. Just give me a second. Let me adjust the camera here if I can. How do I adjust this camera? All right. Advanced brightness. That's good. Contrast. Oh, contrast. That's good. Color intensity. No. No. Oh, terrible. Just a little bit of light changes everything. Restore to defaults. Take away the autofocus because the camera is definitely not focused on me. I definitely don't look right. I need a light. Can I borrow this light? Phew, the size of this light. LED. Put it in here. Let's see what it does here. There you go. All right. All right. Yeah. Oh, I like it that way. Yeah. That's what I like. Blinding light. The blinding light. Now we can play a little bit with the brightness, right? Take it away. Make it shadowy. What are you here for? What are you watching? Why did you come to this channel? I'm going to tell everybody in the description that this video doesn't start until I stop fooling around. Oh my God. Little color intensity. Keep it blank. That auto white. Auto white. Okay. Contrast. Take off the contrast. We add on, take off the color intensity. It almost looks like I come from another world. I'm just a head and I'm a shadow. There's nothing else but from here up. And it speaks. So I see we have another visitor. How is everybody today? Funny thing is, painting with this yellow on two different walls, and one of them looks like it stands out because I put a tint of blue into it. Why did I call this video the name that I did? Let me look up at the name that I called this video. Return of the Signal Testing System, S.T.S. 121 1111. Another way of writing 1111. Follow? S is 1 in a single digit count. T is 20 and it is 2 in a single digit count. And S again is 1. 121, 1111, 121. Another way to say the same thing. STS depends what you're talking about. It depends whether you're going to say 121, whether you're going to say it's room 121, 1111. You can also say 5 if you want, because the creation of the number 5 comes from 1 and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, and 2 equals 5 BC. I don't remember how we create 14 other than 7 times 2, or 4 times 3.5, or 2 times 7. So the 2 times 7 are going to tell me Jesus Christ, green, and go. 7 times 7 is 49, and that is for green. And what do you do on green? You go. And the word go is the 22 letter count, and that is the letter V. And if it sounds just like a letter for you, the French think different. The French think and know that the letter V is not a letter when you just hear V, it's life. And the reverse of that is 5 and 4, life in the sun. And it comes from 1 and 4. 1 times 4, 1 plus 4. 5 and 4. Forgot something that I wanted to say. Oh God, everything just fits all the time. Everything fits. Yes, I remember what it is now. Reverse letters 22 and number 5. This is a reverse. So the reverse letter, when you say it's the reverse letter, would that be the female? Let's say you got two ends of a plug of an extension wire. One will be the male part, the other end will be the female part. Same extension wire, but it's how they have to connect up. That's the truth. So we had another reverse. When you reverse the 6 and the 21, you end up with 43 and 11. The numeric value to the sun. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. 22 and 5. Are you following me? Do you know why 22? 22nd letter V, 5th letter E. That 5 is a funny thing because that 5 fits in every single 10. The 5 fits in every single 5, and the 5 sits in every single 10. If you look at, depending on which way you want to look at it, if we go to the game of Baccarat, we'll be looking at it as the heavens and birth because they're both a natural. All 10s become zeros. What are zeros? Zeros are 64. It's a split of alpha beta creation. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. You get 3 and 2 and 3 and 2. The reverse of 3 and 2 and 2 and 3 is 46. Let me show you on paper. Okay. 2 times 1. Whoop. 2 plus 1. This is not good. Can we see this down here? No, that lighting is horrible. Okay. So equals 3, and this is my 5. So when you do that twice, 5 is your center. 5 is the center of everything. So now we repeat it after 5, and we end up with one of two equations. 23 and 32 is your 55, or you can go 32 and 32 is your 64, or 23 and 23 is your 46. 0, 1. Right in there, it says 0, 1. The value of 0 is 64. The value of 1 is 34. 6 times 4? 24. 6 plus 4? 10. Total, 34 and 14. Again, this will create the sun, and this will be the DC in the black sun. In the black sun. Oh, hold on a second. In the black sun. You can see on the paper it says 1,800 hours. What is that 1,800 going to represent? It's going to represent 66. The zeros will replace the 6s, and one of the reasons for that is because since 5, do you see it good? I don't like the shadows, but since 5 is the halfway point for everything, in which 0 sits around 5, and they call it the red zone. Red zone stands for also 20 yards for 6 points. So that's going to represent 20 yards for 6 points. Doesn't matter which way it is. We're talking about the extension of everything. This side and this side, everything else is in between, incalculable. So now we have the red zone because even though it's the dartboard 50, I'm going to take that and add on the NFL football and call it the 50-yard line in. You have 30 yards in your opponent's zone, and then you have the red zone. The 30 is your creation of day, and then the red zone, 20, which becomes 26, the God, the dog, the planet, 9 lives of the cat. So here we have now 0, 0. The 1,800 hours represents 66, 0 for each 6. We went to 5. Okay, plus 1. Add on the 1 from 5. In order to get life, you have to add on the 1 from 5 to start over. We created the 5 from 1 and 1. Now we want 1 again to the other side. This is where Mars comes in. Then we have 1 times 5, 1 plus 5. And what do you think it equals to? It equals to 5 and it equals to 6. It's the same value that will come out of this equation over here. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 plus 2 equals 5. So it's telling you a story that this is like this when this happens, right? Just after 6. And not only that, but when you take out the dice cube, where's that dice cube over here? When you take out these altered images, Tattoo, Oklahoma, thank you for these dice cubes so much. I'm not the only one who likes it. I got people coming in here. At least one person came in here and says, oh, I like them. Oh, there was 3 people came here and said, I like them. So these dice cubes are telling the story of where number 5 and number 6 are the only 2 that's actually needed. You don't need anything else. Everything is in these 2 elements over here. And since they're this way, should we have them this way when 5 is up? When 5 is up, 2 is down. And 1, 3, 4, 6 are all around. The story right over here. This is another story when you hold it this way. The reflection of 3 and 2 and 1. Which way should this be tilted? Should it be tilted this way or this way? It's either 1 up or 1 down. Everything is all around. See, the 2 is down. See, the 2 is down. See, when you spin that, will that 5 stay up all the way around? Or will the 5 end up? Yeah, 5, 6, 2. Anyways, let's stay away from this dice. 51 is your Mars zone. So you have to understand the other thing about 6. Terrible shadows, just terrible. The other thing about 6 is that it's in between. It's not needed for a measurement. It's a passage. It's in between. I'll put my foot here and I'll put my foot here and this will be in between. That's my 6. All I need is 5. And the reverse of 5 is 2. And the reverse of 6 is 1. And it all got created from this. Everything gets created from this. 1 and 2. Creating this, and this is my 11, and this is my 3, and let's call this red. And since it's all created from that, 1 and 1, 2 and 3, and now we bring the whole equation back to the beginning again. 3 and 2. Came all the way up to here, and all the way back down to here, and we're showing you why I call 0, 6. The other reason is because the O letter equals to the 15th letter. 1 plus 5 equals 6. Now, is it concluded that it is? Is it concluded that in 6 I carry these corners? The 4, 5, and 6. The 4 is inside the 5 and 6. So when you have 5 and 6, you have 4, 4, 4 plus 1 and 2. 5 and 6 equals 4 and 4 and 4. And 1 and 2. Who's number 1? 5. Who's number 2? 6. So it's a short story of 1 and 2 coming together, telling your secondary story, because the reverse of your 6 and 5 is 1 and 2. This is not a magic trick. This is the top. So the reverse of the 1, see the reverse of the 1, you can see right through this dice, is the 6. The reverse of the 2, see the way they duplicate itself, is the 5. So the story is in the math work, and in the math work, from the words that are numbers, all comes back down. And I started this little equation just marking down 1800 hours. This is where the original city-to-city direct connect happens, 66. One of the reasons, and where did I get this equation from? I get it from the roots in an American highway in the USA, Route 66. When they talk about a lot of things and they repeat it for a reason. Okay, I can't tell you what the reason is. I can make up an idea of why. And one of the ideas of why is never to forget. It looks so simple, and no one will ever notice it or know anything about it. It's just a number to everybody, and we'll laugh at you. We'll laugh at you. We'll study you. We'll give you free medicine and medication and everything else. And all we want to do is study you so we can change you later on when we have the time to change you. We're going to change you. Okay, so let me keep on going with this. So we have the 5. Everything stems from that 5. And because the 0.5 is what divides everything, right? Now, the question is, I mean, I want to go a little bit deeper. Imagine if this was 5. I mean, we need it more than, right? We need, hold on a second. No, should we do it this way? Yeah, we're going to do it that way. Do I have that eraser stuffy? Yeah, some of that stuff. So we're not supposed to forget because it's right there. We're just not going to tell you how to put it together. You know, we told you everything during the war, you know, back in the time Edna was around. When Edna was around, you know, Edna, they were just talking. All of a sudden, from talking, it was codes, right? But number 5 has to look like minimum, not minimum. The minimum number 5 has to look like is this because it's multi. Boy, no, I can't get that done. Hold on a second. Here's one way they write the 5, and I'm not really sure why they did it that way. Is it because I'm just trying to figure out they can have this and that. I'm not really sure if you can see the way the it's the number 5. See, it's bent. The number 5 is bent. Just like if you had a sun. If you had a sun, we put the sun right here on this corner. So when we turn it, we have night and day. And as it turns, we have sunrise. Oh, that'll fall on the floor if you knock that down. Now look at this. Look at what's going on in my computer. They're all twisted. How come? Why are they all twisted? Wow. I can't figure that out. They're all twisted sideways. Looks like Alice's Twisted House, right? Which program was that where they were walking and it was all twisted? What does the blue do? What did the colors do? Let me put my face up here for a second. So I'm not sure where it is right now in my paperwork, and I may never find it because that's what happens with me. I start things, I see it, I bring it up, and I can't actually show it. I did want to tell you that the number 5 makes, now I have to take this off again. Like the 4 seasons. Yes, absolutely. 2 seasons, but they're telling you it's actually 4. It's a good seasoning. This is like Pez. You create, one second. How do I do this? If I create one of these, and then I do that, and I do that, and I do that. There it is. The minimum size for 1 square. Look at the size of it. It's got dimension in it. It's got full dimension in it. Okay, that's not one little size. That's got like 1 area in the front and 1 area. It's like takes up 4 areas. This. I'm going to take it as 4 areas because I see here, I see here, I see here, and I see here. And if I would do it a bit bigger, just trying to figure out how I got this right. And then we're going to put 1 here and 1 over here. Did I get this right?
Okay, here, here, and here. And these are going to get numbers to it. And the numbers will be 10 and 13, 11 and 8, and I think it's 11 over here. Yes, that's what it is. These are the numbers. And this is, I have the design right there on the floor. I'm going to show you where it is. Hold on a second. That's my sock. Wow, how come I don't see it? This must be upside down. Just give me a second. Here, it's right here. It's because on this one, I colored in the red. Okay, I left out a black. I left out a black, a black, and all my other blacks are in here. Okay, but here I didn't do it. And this, do I get that on the camera? Where's my pen? Okay, right here, this right here, these four over here. This is 8, this is 11, this is 10, and this one over here is 13. And then down here it repeats. It becomes 20, 26, 29. See these four over here? I don't know why it's upside down, this one. I think I did it. Oh, because I think I'm supposed to show you it this way. It's over here, but it's flipped. It's flipped because I flipped them back and forth when I went through them. So these here, 31, 28, 26, 29, here and here. Somebody intelligent made all these things. They figured out the odds, the rationality of it, etc., etc., etc. Anyways, blue is the only color that reflects the sun. It fades red to pink now. That's very interesting because I painted up there yellow, put a little blue in it, and it seems to shine a whole lot more. Patio door. So in the other part, I don't really like the orange I did there. I'm going to redo it again. I already started, but I don't like the yellow I did either. So I'm not really sure what to do. Leave it orange, put it yellow. The orange sort of stops everything from moving. So maybe I'll color it up once or twice, the way I feel. So anyways, we're going to leave it at a short video for that. I think that's okay. For those who missed it, I'm not finished yet. Keep forgetting something. We're talking, this is what the numbers were. And you can do a lot of things to this if you want. You can create the continuation. And that's the continuation of the design. And the continuation of that design, also, if you like, and anybody can do whatever they like, is just trying to figure out which way it is. I think it was like this. Yes, and that's it. We put the hard hat on the top and the bottom of the Star of David. You can look at it as the L, you can look at it as the V. Then you have to outline this whole thing, see what it looks like. There's a cap and a beard, whichever way you want to call it. And I did that. These are my hearts. Did I design those hearts properly? I don't like them like that. I want to just take a look. I have the V. I have the V. I go out one. I go out one. And then I come in and I come in. Is that what I got over here? See, it's not the same thing in this one over here. It looks larger than this one over here. Because when you make the what is it, straight up and down, you have to go from this corner to this corner. You have no choice. You have to go down to the center. You have to go to the corner, the corner. I can't stop over here because that's like number 6. That's halfway. So if we want to create it another halfway, what we're going to do is, I'm not sure if I can do this. So I'm doing this for the first time. I reverse this. No, I'm going to reverse it here, right here. Can I do that? No, that was already there, right? Hold on a second. I got to make the upside down. And then I got to do it on top of it. So how would I do it on top of it? I would go here, 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 and here, and here, and here. And then it would look like that. That's the obligation of overlapping this design, or you could have moved it up 1 notch, but then it would offset. It wouldn't be equal. So what do we have inside of here? What does it look like? We have the W, we have the M. We're allowed to connect here now. Oh, we have, look what we have here. Look at that. I don't have a pen, eh? Wow. Look at that. You see what we have? Hold on a second. I lost it. We have this. It doesn't look good. We have 808. See the 8? It looks pretty weird, right? 808, and then we have the digital dot separation. We have the, wow, I wish I could make this bigger. Plus, there was something else. Things are piling on top of each other in my thinking. Did we understand what the 66 was over here first? And we did it because it's when it's in 100 hours, it's the 00. But when you go 800 hours, right? 800, you have a 6, then you have an 8, then you have 66. So now you're talking about freedom in the planet house. If you go 0700 through the gateway, 1400, 1300, you know, and all these hours are just telling you another story. We spoke about the 20 yards and the 6. And once you get the 6, just like on the dice cube, you get a chance to go for that 1. We understood why 444, because 4 is in 3 dice. There's no other number in as many dice other than 4. 5 is in no dice. 6 is in no dice. 5 is made up of other areas of the dice. So the only ones that are left over is this 4 here is number 2. And this 4 here is number 1. So now when I say 1 and 2, I'm actually talking about 5 and 6. 1 for number 5 and 2 for number 6. Mars the god. Mars god. Duplicated from man 13. Man is number 28. Man is number 28, but after the mathematics are done, we end up with number 26. Then we end up with number 20. Then we add 6, we get 26 again. And we just keep going in the same rotation with this number. That number 5, I didn't speak about it yet, the 0, the 00. I had a thought today and I saw the vision, the 0, 00. There's many ways to look at it. Once you take this and you fold it, the 0 will now look like a D. 2 Ds, a double D. When you fold it, when you come and meet this on a corner, you come and you, here. And now I'm just going to show you here. What side of the corner? Where's the sun today? Where's the sun today? So there you go. Another thing is when you paint the corner and you divide this, if you say minus plus, I'll say the letter D. If you say minus minus, I'll say the letter Q. If you say plus plus, I'll say the letter B. And if you say plus minus, I'll say the letter P. Because here's your letter P, here's your letter B, here's your letter D, and here's your Q. You can also use it as a G. It can be a GQ. Actually, this one can be the backwards Q as the P. But I wasn't looking into that right now. So, okay, get this out of the way. Still got to go and paint. We did this image over here. Was that the smallest heart I can do? Is this the smallest heart I can do? Yes, it is. So I would overlap it. Would I overlap it here? Did I overlap it here already? Here, 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 and then follow through, and then follow through, and follow through. So we did that one over here. So the other one is going to be, we did that one here. Trying to figure out that. Hold on a second. Let me turn this book upside down. Am I getting it here? Where is it? Putting them together. So you put this together like that, upside down. And then you came here, 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 and here. And now we have two hearts on top of each other. Heart number one, or heart number two. Heart number two. That's heart number two. And you can see the 8 that's inside. And then heart number one. And then heart number one. Heart over heart, 88. 88. 8 in between. 0, 8, 0. So there was another equation I saw today. I don't remember where it was, where the single 8, the single 0, and the double 0 came to be. And where is the single 0 and the double 0? Where's my pen? Let me see if I can do this. There's a double 0. This is a single 0. Single 0, double 0. So can we get the double 0 in B? I'm just questioning myself. And then we talked about the football on the 20-yard line. Doesn't matter where we are. We go in for the point. It's a 6-point play. The 6-point play and the 6-point play must be made. If you do that, you get a chance at the 1-point play. And now you even get a chance at the 2-point play, because not only did you bring the energy and the signal testing system in there, but now you get to go directly and test the half-life. See if you can go direct to where the source of energy is and how you can manipulate it, because that's what it's telling you. And it's telling you because they created the game, and there they are. They created all the games. And when you put that into a machine and you start to unwind what everything is saying, that's number 2. Where'd number 1 go? And there's number 1. 1 and 2. 1 in the center, 2 to the half-life. Football, darts, all the numbers are telling you stories. What else can we do with this? I'm not really sure. I'd have to make more designs, but this is also your binary. Is this your binary code? I think this is your binary code. Oh, yes, the other 88 is pretty simple. Everybody knows, you've seen that before, right? Remember, Mr. TACPANS did this first. So you take that there, and now you create another heart on top of it, and you have the same 88. And in fact, in this one, you have 808, 808 bicycle cards. The B cards and the bicycle cards. So we got that page done, 0800 hours, 0800, the single 0. Where is the location of the single 0, and where is the location of the double 0? So if you're talking about the single 0 in 0800 hours, you're now talking about the morning. That will cancel out because 100 hours are always talk. But once you get the 0, the single 0 is in the morning. You can say 1400 hours, 1100 hours. You can say 10. What do they say for 10 hours? Hold on a second. I have my phone here. Let me see this. How do you say 0900 and then the next hour? "15th o'clock" sounds bad. Let me see. No, that's not it. The armed services and veterans have done this for years. You're meeting at 1812 hours. So what if you're meeting, how do you say I'm meeting somebody at 1000 hours? Wow. Wow, look at that, eh? In military talk, it's 1000. 11 a.m., 1100 hours. But this is 1000. It's 1100, but here it says 1100, but here it's 1000 hours. It's not the same thing. I mean, not to me, because here it's 666. Here it's telling me 18. The resident angel comes in. When 10, 10, 10 comes together, 10, 10, 10 is Roman numerals M. 1200 hours. It just tells a whole different story. How do you say 15 in military time? 0015 is 1215. Oh, wow. 0015. So is that the difference in time from the single zero? I'm just asking the question. How do you say 2000 hours in military time? 2000. Oh, so there's all kinds of codes out there. All kinds. All kinds. You know what's funny? Every single day I wake up, I hear the same thing, like I'm being sold. Almost like it's being sold. It's been so monotonous. It's like things are being sold to us. It's being sold to us when I keep hearing about what's going on outside. When, and why, and who will stop it? And if it never ends, where will everybody be? We are a human test subject. Everything is marked down. Everything is noted. Every pill you get, how you change. They even pay you so they can use you. We are the human test subject, Earth planet. Return of the signal testing system. Return of the SIG test. SATELIGHT 1 and SATELIGHT 2. SEITEN. It's actually said SETEN 1 and SETEN 2. Return of D.B.Z. Decibels. The decibels. Anyways, that's it. I'm done for now. I was showing you the that one last thing, the square, what the minimum size for the square was. And then I wanted to make the, wanted to see how I can do number 5. How do I do number 5 in square? See the number 5 here? But I want to make it square. I get that. I get that. It didn't, I don't know. No. Trying to figure out how to get this square, because there's a whole design. Like this is like the PEZ. Because remember, when you have one, you have a block. We have to go back to our chromosomes, to our DNA, right there, how everything is made up, because everything's an extension of perfection, right? So this has got size and depth through it. So that one cube has a depth to it, has a whole depth through it. And that's why it's 1 part of 9. It's 1 part of 9. It's 1/3. Because when you chop into this, you're chopping a piece right over here. We're not cutting one corner off. We're slicing right down. We can't make 2 cuts. It's 1 cut. 1 cut here and 1 cut here. With 2 cuts, you get 3 pieces. You can make 1 cut here, but you're not going to cut both of these. You're going to cut them separately. If I make 1 cut here, I'm going to then cut here and then cut here separately. It's all telling a story. This seems to look like a wrench. Looks like number 5 looks like a wrench. Anyway, so this is your linear piece to your cube. And what you're actually taking out is when you take out the top side here, you also take out the whole flat of the outside of the building. So your total count, right, is going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 plus the whole face. So it's going to be, so do you know what the answer is? If I slice this here and there's dots on every single wall, does this dot here and this dot here, if it was in cubes, because we want it in cubes, we don't want it in triangles, otherwise the dots will split in half. We would have 3, 6, 9, 12 area spaces, plus the 9 area spaces don't count over here because they're counting for all these other spaces. In fact, I'm going to confuse you before I finish, because this dot here, even though, excuse me, if we're talking about dots, there's 12. There's 12 dots. And then the face has 9 dots. Li. So this is one story. When Li comes together, are they telling us this story? This is also Saturn, 12 and 9. 4 by 3. Oh, it's also DC. Also represents the moon. So one side of this, when I chop this off, it'll represent the moon. But how many real spaces are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 9. There's really 9 cubes. 9 numbers. 9 numbers. 9 numbers. 9 numbers. 27 numbers, just like the alphabet. You cut a cube out of here. You cut a cube out of here. You cut a cube out of here, 3. You got a cube here, cube in the center, cube below, 6, cube here, cube here, cube here, 9. So you cut 9 here, and then you cut 3 here is 12, and then you cut 3 here is 15, and then you cut 3 here is 18, and then you cut 3 here is 21, and you cut 3 here is 24. We have the 24-hour day. Where do you get 3? 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. You take in from the center, 3 levels, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So it's telling you a story. Now we have the 24-hour day. Where are we and what level are we in this cube if I turn it?
Getting a little weary. Robin. That's why Jethro counted dot to dot to dot on the hillbillies. That, you know what? Right after I finish this, I am going to watch the hillbillies. All the old shows, all the information is there. And you know, when there's a flow of sewage, let's say you shove, everybody goes to the bathroom at the same time. It all goes down into the sewage and it goes forward. Well, that's like the way we think. That's the spirit. That's our life. That's creation. They take all the junk and they throw it down here. And if you don't use it properly, the system will know and it won't send you anymore. So you have to follow. Why did it take so long? Why does it take so long for certain things to happen? When they can happen right away. The information that's being sent in from the altar planet, don't forget, this is all a game. This is all hocus pocus. Everything I do only has to do with the talk that comes from the numbers. So nothing that I say is actually real other than the reality of what the numbers will say. So when the information comes from the other planet, they're sending in the truth. If you don't use that truth for the goodness, the system will know and it'll shut down and you won't be able to get any more information in advance because you weren't a good boy. So they got to keep giving us that information. They got to keep releasing it. So everything is nice and acceptable. And with it, we have a chance to learn. We have the chance to learn the truth. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Jethro Bodine, fastest ball in the West. Ellie Mae, yeah. Three's Company, Andy Griffith Show, Happy Days, MASH, just so many beautiful. What's up, Doc? Bugs Bunny, hi, Eli Sai, and hi and goodbye. I'll see you later. You know my email address. If you need to send me something, ask me a question. Probably I won't know the answer, but I'll think about it. Thank you for watching this video. 3 little birds.